Stop it.
All the coaches, Skip, I'm not going to let you do it.
No,
I'm not going to let you do it. I don't care.
I'm
not going to let you be disrespectful to these damn coaches because you love Tom Brady. Tom Brady does not watch more tape than coaches. He does not.
This league
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a flat-out lie.
That's a flat-out lie that you're perpetrating. There's never been anything, because you can't stand it that Tom Brady at 45 is still playing this game at a very high level.
Yeah. Do you see these numbers? Yeah. These numbers say Tom Brady is not playing at a high level.
I need you.
No,
okay, you're in the Hall of Fame because you're scared to death of him because he's haunted you. Time out. Ladies and gentlemen at home, I would like to announce the fact, if you're new to our show, that this man for 6 straight years on this show that we have been partners at this debate desk has tried to send Tom Brady home, said he's washed up, his arm is in decline, and he should just go on home. It started the first day of this show in September of 2016, and he has been wrong for 6 straight years, and he's going to be wrong again. I'm standing by what I say.
How convinced are you Tom Brady's going to win the Super Bowl?
Okay, I picked him to win it. I'm not backing off.
Well, put something on it.
Well, what do you mean? I put my pride on it. I put my pride. Who did you pick? You picked the Rams and the Chargers, okay?
And the only difference is, everybody knows the Rams are bad, but they don't want to say Tom Brady is playing just as bad as Matt Stafford. Skip, they're in the terrible division. They're in the worst division in football.
Good. Are they going to be in the playoffs? Tell me out.
Skip,
I need you to
That's your argument.
Okay,
that's your argument.
What do you mean that's my argument?
Your argument is that they're going to be in the playoffs. Is Tom Brady playing bad? Yes or no?
Yes, he played poorly yesterday.
What do you mean yesterday?
Okay,
all year.
But you're giving him 100%
I did.
blame?
Because
That's just, you have no objectivity. It's just straight Brady hate. Wait a minute. This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he's still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
That's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No.
I did what I
never
did.
said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what? He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you. See what you do? You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal
shot. Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you disrespect him. It's just so. You know what? It's beneath your dignity.
You disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever played your game, and it's by far.
Have it.
Okay, I'm going to have at it because I'm going to have at you because what happened yesterday?
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles Jack. Boy, Skip hit a high-ass note when he said, wait a minute. Skip, come down. Man, he hit a high-ass note. He hit one of them Prince notes. But anyway, it's a great day in America today. Birds are chirping, squirrels are fucking, a lot of shit going on. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I got some old boxing video, because I was gonna do a boxing video, but I just had to lay off for a little bit. This shit is breaking news. This has broke the internet, and at this point, I'll get with y'all about boxing tomorrow, because I got a couple of videos I got coming. But now, this is shocking, and I just must admit that, I told you, this is the first shit that I do. You know, when I'm wrong about something, I come out and say that. And to everybody that's listening, I was wrong. I was wrong when I said that Shannon would never leave Skip. I never thought he'd do it. I never thought that he'd leave undisputed. Listen, and even if you don't, the fact that, the rumors are out, and the fact, I'm just proud that Skip know that it's a chance that he could lose you. Yeah, that's the joy of this news for me, is that Skip know that he ain't really got you like he thought he did. And I'm damn near, I'm somewhat almost, but still not. I'm almost proud of you, bro. But you've done a lot of weird shit, and you said some shit, sitting up there with Skip, and I'm telling you, at one point I said it seemed like for about 3 months straight, you just agree with everything Skip. You right, Skip. Skip. You said it, Skip, and it came out to be true, Skip. And it was just too much Skip. And all that shit there. And I told you, I wish you had choked the shit out of him, or choke slammed him, or slapped the dog shit out of him years ago. But I played that clip because that was the clip that broke the straw of the it broke the straw of the goddamn camel's back. I'm gonna tell you something. I knew it. Shannon never recovered from that shit. No, he never recovered. That shit really hurt him. Listen, all jokes aside, that shit really hurt. That shit hurt him. I don't know if you motherfuckers ever been hurt by somebody you consider to be your best friend. Shannon Skip was his best friend. He really thought that. Shannon really believed that Skip was his best friend. He really loved Skip. And when Skip said that shit about his career, all because he said, listen, Tom Brady having a bad year. He having a bad season. Skip went and said, well, you mad because he doing this at the age of 45 when you had to retire at 35? Let me tell you something. That was the most disrespectful shit. That was like slapping him in the face. He shitted on his entire career. And he said, and he's better than you. Yeah, that shit hurt. That shit hurt Skip. And, you know, I'm going to tell you something. I think a lot of it is peer pressure. I think one of his country aunties, one of them southern, and cause he's from the South. I know you can tell by the way he speak. Yeah, he from the South. I think one of his aunties done got a hold of him and said, listen, bro, you got to get off that goddamn show. We ain't gonna have this shit. We're gonna stop claiming you and shit. We don't give a fuck about that money. You making us look bad out here. And shit like that. I just think he got a lot of phone calls. I think he got a whole lot of phone calls. And you know, I'm gonna get back to you, Shannon. I gotta talk about old Skip. Listen, Skip, listen, Skip. I'm gonna tell you something, boy. You know, Max Kellerman is old. He's a demon, but he's not a very harmful demon. He's a, you know, but you, oh boy, Skip is he has the spirit of his ancestors in him. Yeah, he got some Jim Crow shit in him. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm just gonna give you an example. And I was proud of Shannon. I ain't gonna say proud, but I liked, because I'm gonna get to Shannon. But anyway, I was glad to hear that Shannon was very happy about the Spence versus Crawford fight. He was excited as shit. Skip, the fight is happening. Skip, and all that shit. And he talked about how excited he was. And when Skip got the mic, he said, well, I mean, it might be, I think it's too late. I mean, Terrence Crawford is 36. I mean, we just waited too long. Just like we did with Matt. He just straight shitted on the fight, basically. And I remember how Shannon was kind of looking at Skip like, this motherfucker hating. And I think he realized that, yeah, it's a huge conspiracy. I'm going to tell you something. This shit is huge. It's a huge conspiracy to downplay Spence versus Crawford because it's two black fighters. That is a huge conspiracy. That's why they trying to, Canelo finna fight David Benavidez. That's what they trying to use Fury versus Usyk. It's really happening. Then the next day they say, no, Fury say he's not signing. It's all kind of fights, y'all. Now they saying Ryan might fight Pacquiao. I got some shit to talk about that bullshit tomorrow. Anyway, but it's all kind of fights they keep trying to throw over Spence, but you can't do it, bro. There is no fight in boxing where there's two elite fighters like this that can collide. You know, Benavidez versus Bivol is a very good fight, but that shit ain't fucking with Spence versus Crawford, and you motherfuckers know it. So, you know, I just wish all you fair well-to-do Negroes would admit that shit. But yeah, Skip is he's a divisive white boy. He that white boy that he know how to. I seen white boys like that before. They can go sit with their homies, but then can come around the blacks and shit like that and know how to talk, but then can go back to his folk. He a real white boy. That motherfucker love the system. And he proud of his ancestors. He proud of all that shit and all them ropes and shit. But anyway, yeah, Skip is, and he always talking about how he was raised by a black woman and all that third way. It didn't get that shit out you, bro. It He didn't get all that shit. Yeah, all that oil she splashed on you and all them prayers, that shit didn't get that shit that's up in you, bro. You got some evil shit inside you, pimping, that you need to be washed out of. And I don't know if there's any help for you. I don't know if it's a help for a lot of you motherfucking racist motherfuckers that's a part of this system. So, yeah, there's no hope for you, Skip. You just a demon. You's a fucking devil to me. Yeah, that's what I think. And I said it, devil. He's not a bad person. He's a devil to me. Skip is a devil. And I don't care who don't like it. Anyway, back to you, Shannon. Listen, like I said, I'm damn near almost, like I'm damn near proud of you, bro. You stood up to Skip. And, you know, what you doing, bro, I just wish a lot of us would do. You finally accepting things for what they is, bro. You accepting things for what they is, and you understand that that's just a job, bro. And motherfuckers play. You know, a lot of motherfuckers on their job really think they cool with the next motherfucker. That motherfucker ain't cool with you. He talk about you soon as you go on break. Soon as you hit that corner, he talking about you. So it's a lot of shit in our workplaces. Sometimes we can get attached and close to somebody and think they really there for you. But the whole time they going behind your back and wishing on your downfall. So, but on some real shit though, Shannon, you're very talented. He real talented, bro, and I always seen that in you. That's why I was always disappointed when you would let Skip do the shit he do. And Skip always throw race and stuff. Shannon is like most black channels. We really don't want to talk race. He's like a lot of fair channels that really don't want to discuss race. They just want to keep it sports. But no, Skip is one of them. He gonna make it race. And he gonna boldly do that shit. And I guess, Shannon, you finally figured it out. But like I said, you got your own show, Club Shay Shay. And I think you do great interviews. I think you're one of the best at giving interviews. I don't really watch it much, but I've seen a couple episodes. You're very good at giving interviews. You got your own look and shit. You got a lot of shit, bro. And you've always had sauce. And I always considered you the greatest tight end of all time. Hands down, not even close. So, I'm glad you're getting away from Skip. I'm going to tell you something, bro. When you hang around a demon too long, you pick up evil habits. And you pick up weird habits. And that's why I started seeing you at all them parties and shit. And you was interviewing everybody. What's that at the Oscars and shit? And you look happy as shit. Like I said, you've done a lot of weird shit over the years through all the success and shit. But, listen, bro. And that go for, it's a lot of people, Deion Sanders, when he took that deal he did, I thought it was very upsetting because you came out like you was on some pro-black shit and you was going to Jackson State to help black people, and that was your mission. And I just believe in when you got it in your heart to fight for black children, you don't give up on them, bro. You don't give up on, and that was clearly what Deion Sanders did. But even him, listen, this black ship, this slave ship, it's always open, bro. All coons can return. Yeah, you can come back, bro. Once you realize the white boy ain't shit and that shit didn't help you, the shit you did and all the jigaboo moves you made, once you realize that shit really didn't work, yeah, you can come back over, bro. But, you know, it's just going to be a lot of stipulations. We just ain't going to welcome you motherfuckers back with open arms. You got to do some shit. You got to make a lot of sacrifices and dedication and shit. And, yeah, it's going to be a lot of shit. Yeah, it's like going back to that job after you done cuss them folks out and how they treat you. Yeah, that's how we gonna treat you. But you welcome back, bro. It's just gonna be rough. We're gonna talk shit about you. You're gonna be the laughing stock of black society for a while. But eventually we'll welcome you back with open arms. This is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.